Hello, I'm Tracy.
Hello, I'm Patrick.
Well, I think from the moment we walked through the door, when we left their office on the very first time, we agreed that we'd get another quote, but I think we really, in our heart, wanted to go with them because we were so impressed. It was the third time that we'd built, and the fact that they just seemed to, we weren't dealing with salesmen, we were actually dealing with people involved in the whole process. Suzanne was wonderful, Anne, Madeline, Mark. We didn't have to tell them who we were when we walked in the door. They knew who we were, where we were building, exactly what was going on. They were always on the ball, and we were really impressed with them.
Yes, I think Mark was very good with his staff. As my wife just said, as we walked through the door, they knew where we were building the home and that. Any little changes we made weren't a great problem for them at that time. We had to change, I think, one thing, the glass in the windows, and it didn't become a problem to them. It seemed to be done within 48 hours. So, and not only that, just when you spoke to Mark and the staff, they just seemed to be so family-like in the way they talk, and it was always a pleasant smile and a greeting when you walked through the door.
And another thing is, if something did have to be followed through, there was always a response. Like if they had to call you back, they did it. If they had to find out the information, you always knew something within 48 hours. Even if they said, look, we need a little bit of more time, they always sort of followed through on everything. It was excellent. Everything was spot on. The options and things that they offered you, it was all good quality. You didn't have to say, oh, that's not good enough, I need a better standard or anything like that. The quality in their home was excellent, yeah.
When the tradesmen were working on the property, when they were building the house, our neighbours were both already in their homes, and they couldn't believe how quiet the tradesmen were early in the morning, so they could sleep in a bit, how polite they were. But the quality of the brickwork, the electrician, the plumbing, the tiling, all of it was first class as far as we're concerned.
Well, there was a difficulty. Later on, after we'd been in the house about 8 weeks, we have timber flooring and we had a problem with it. We honestly believe it wasn't their fault, it was the supplier's fault, but Mark accepted responsibility and our timber flooring all had to come up. We were away at the time, we felt comfortable with handing over the keys, and they came in, they completed it, and it was just like walking back into a brand new home. It was beautiful. They moved the furniture out, they had to do some repainting, they had to put architraves down again and door jambs in again, all done perfectly. It was very good the way they did it. So I really believe that somebody who stands behind their product like that is certainly worth sticking to. You know, you hope nothing ever goes wrong, but hey, unfortunately it did with us, and it was, the way it was fixed was very pleasant.
Yes, John's just a lovely person. You can't put it down. Nothing seems to faze him. He brought to our attention when we were down here that we couldn't put a opening door in. We should have a sliding door because it would open onto where we walk past. So if someone was opening the door, they would hit. It was so easy for him to come down and just say, this is what we've got to do. And he said, we'll put a sliding door in and fix the problem. When we were here, the electrician was talking about the lighting. We had too many lights on the plan, so he just suggested that we just move a few and cut them back a bit. Everyone was so helpful, and we had the blind people here, I think it was, or something, and John, they all knew John. All the trades knew John. John was just a happy bloke, and he managed the site excellently.
You know, it's funny, it seems to give the house very good vibes if you know that the tradesmen are happy in their job, and they were, you know, and it didn't matter which tradesman that we sort of met on the property, they were all friendly and happy and didn't seem grumpy, and you know what, that makes your house feel like it's got good vibes even before you get in it.
Highly recommend them from all my friends. If we ever built again, I would go straight with Integrity Homes because of the quality of the work, the tradesmen they employ to do the work. I highly recommend them to friends to build with them.
And we're also just discussing the fact that, as I said, we've built 3 times before. We've never ever been given a list of the tradesmen's names in case we need to call them. We were given that at the very end, like the handover process was very good too. So we'd highly recommend them. Oh, we'd just like to say thank you to them, that's about all.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for having a project run so smoothly. Polite tradesmen that were on the site, and for getting John that made everything flow so pleasant. And not only that, the staff inside their office at Albion Park, Mark, his wife, just Sue and them, they were so easy to deal with. They're just lovely people. I mean, to say, as my wife said, we've built 3 times before, but this project just seemed to flow so easy all the way through. So yes, I would highly recommend Integrity Homes.